What's happening, guys? Welcome to the channel, and today we are going to focus on a tailoring build for those that are interested in maximizing cloth gold farming early in the expansion. We've got some great cloth farms going on right now, but there's some things you need to do in your tailoring tree to get the most benefit out of cloth farms. So we're going to take a look at that. And then there's things you can do later on as far as crafting and things. But if you want to maximize gold farming through tailoring, here's where you need to get started. So, two major changes that occur in War Within with regards to tailoring and cloth that I think are going to try, or I'm hoping are going to help prop up the value of cloth longer term in the expansion rather than like typically being one of the first materials that just kind of completely tank. I think that these changes are designed and probably will help at least a little bit. So the first thing is in War Within, only tailors can loot cloth from humanoids. In the past, anyone could loot cloth, and tailors just got the advantage of looting more cloth. Now we are the only ones that loot cloth from humanoids. The second thing is there are now quality levels of cloth similar to herbs and ore. We have quality 1, 2, and 3, and you need to spec into the ability to get quality 3 in your cloth farming. So this is how we're going to early on maximize um, gold from our cloth farms. So the first step we need to do is we need to get our tailoring to 25. Um, if you don't have a tailoring guide, in the link in the description below, I put a link to my favorite guide add-on. It's got leveling guides, profession guides, all kinds of stuff, but it's got a really good tailoring profession leveling guide for War Within. And if you want to go back and do all the other expansions, those are there as well, so you can check that out. But we want to get our tailoring to 25 so we can open up our first specialization. And the very first one we're going to open up is quality fabric. And we want to put our first 30 points in quality fabric. That is going to enable us to have a chance to loot quality 3 fabric when we're farming cloth. Critical to first step of bumping up your gold making through cloth farming. The next step is going to be at tailoring 50. We want to unlock from dusk until dawn specialization, which will allow us to select either dusk weave tailoring or dawn weave tailoring, which will give us the ability to loot either dusk weave or dawn weave from mobs when we're out farming cloth. Now we are going to max this out, but I don't recommend doing this yet. I recommend holding your points, and then when we hit level 60 tailoring, we want to open up textile treasures, and we're going to max textile treasures, which is going to give us a chance to get even more cloth from humanoids. Textile treasures improves our chance to collect cloth from humanoids, and you also get an increased 1% drop rate for every point that you have in textile treasures. On top of that, at 30 of 30, your chance to find weather cloth from humanoids increases by 25%. Our final step is to come back to from dusk till dawn and put 30 points in that to allow us to pick up the second specialization and get that other cloth to drop. So if you pick Dawn Weave, you can now select Dusk Weave, and both Dawn Weave and Dusk Weave will drop from mobs. You can loot both. Now, you could certainly, once you opened up from dusk till dawn, get your 30 points in there first to allow you to get uh, both Dawn Weave and Dusk Weave collection going before textile treasures. I just prefer textile treasures because quality fabric gave us the ability to get the rank 3 cloth, and then textile treasures gives us the increased cloth while we're farming. And again, remember, this build is focused around cloth gold farming, so we get the chance to get quality 3, and then we get the either dusk weave or dawn weave by just opening this tree, and then focus the 30 points on textile treasures to increase the amount of cloth we get um, per mob, then come back and get that second cloth specialization. You could interchange those if you wanted to. I just want to get, for me, getting rank 3 and then increasing the amount of cloth that I get per mob is going to increase my gold making faster than getting both of the cloth specializations. From that point, you could branch out into the various uh, specs and points that help you with crafting. I'm going to be doing some other videos that'll center around builds for the different paths that you can take for crafting and tailoring, as well as a bunch of videos for other professions in the War Within. But this gives you the basics for maximizing cloth gold farming right now early in the expansion while you can really make, and you can make a ton of gold right now. I'm killing it with cloth farming. There's some incredible group cloth farms going on right now. I'm also going to do some videos showing some of the best cloth farms in the game. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of those, as well as my tailoring, crafting builds, other profession, gold making builds, and crafting builds. I know a lot of players in Dragonflight, when they introduced this new profession system, had a lot of regret later on because once you assign points, you can't undo them. There's no reset. I mean, ultimately, you get all 4 of the specializations open, but the order in which you do them can be really critical to your gold making ability early in the expansion. So you want to pay attention to that. For players that have been gone for a while, this whole new profession system can be super, super confusing. So I'm going to do some videos to try to simplify that. Again, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Got some gold farming videos coming for cloth, some tailoring build coming. I'm working on a skinning build for farming, as well as some skinning farming guides. So I got a bunch of stuff coming. Make sure you hit that subscribe. Give me a like or a share. It really helps me out. I appreciate you guys watching, and we will see you in the next video. Peace.